do you have one exercise that you think all dancers should be doing regularly?
I started in middle school just because my best friend was doing it, and we tried out for So You Think You Can Dance.
You can't just dance. You need strength and you need stamina to be able to dance.
I've loved training with dancers to show them to be confident in their own individuality, to be confident in who they are and how they dance and how they move instead of trying to fit into one form. Yeah. You guys were like my safe space, right? You like huddle in with those people that you were closest to stay sane.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Hey guys, what's up? Today we have Taylor.
Hi.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much for coming. I want the baby.
You want the baby?
Yeah. Okay, so I've known Taylor for a very long time. Like before I moved in California or after?
Yeah, I know. I was trying to find a picture. I think it's earlier than 2016.
It's like...
Because that was when you moved?
2016.
Yeah, so you were coming into California before then. So...
Yeah, I feel like it was like before, the summer before we like officially moved maybe.
Yeah, maybe a year, so like 2015. Yeah,
it's crazy. And now I'm like graduating.
I know.
I was like a mini.
Like, baby
I literally
Kenz
was like a
senior.
mini. Oh my god. Okay. I remember we would drive so far every day and go to no, it was like that upstairs studio that had like the brown
that was Prestige.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's like where we started, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we initially met at Marietta, but then we started meeting more regularly with me in that like upstairs room to do
and then the twins would do like pull-ups and weird stuff like that, and I literally wouldn't. Like, I would have sit
a video
there
of you holding your leg and a weight in your other hand and like doing
she would have to like bribe me to actually get me to do stuff.
Yeah, because Christy mom was downstairs and I had Kenz up by yourself, so it was like
she'd be like
absolutely crazy to get you to do stuff, but it was a fun time.
Yeah.
We laughed.
Yeah. And then we like, oh my God. And then COVID, we would run every single morning. No, guys, you don't even understand.
I've thought back to that recently. I don't know how we did that.
I don't know how we did it.
What time did you guys wake up to run?
Like 6 a.m. during COVID, and we'd run.
It was ridiculous. So I woke up before that to get to your house. It was like dark outside because it was in the fall too. Like we did it all the way like into the fall where it was dark outside in the morning.
No, yeah. No, I don't. So many people know about that. People always bring that up to me. Like, how did you guys run? Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know. But like, I literally don't know. It was tragic. But I would do it so much better now, I feel like.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm like so much more in shape than I was then.
Oh, I was thinking more like attitude-wise.
Oh,
because it was just like hit or miss. You know, if I was going to talk to you guys or if you're just going to run and shut me out. Yeah.
That's really true. Both. I feel like both I'm better at now.
Okay,
COVID was like a dark time for me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna get into your successful business in a sec, but let's go back before then to your like dance journey before you got into like the fitness, business, dance, all that side of it.
Okay. Well, I had a different dance startup than most people. Like for you guys starting super young, I started in middle school just because my best friend was doing it. And at the time, like when I went into high school, I had to like relearn how to do a pirouette. I mean, it was really sad doing just a single double. So imagine being in high school, like your age, only being able to do a double. Like that's really not where the most professional competitive dancers are. Yeah. But I continued doing it because I loved it kind of on the side through college. And then on a whim, I went with some friends. I was on like a contemporary company and we tried out for So You Think You Can Dance. So I woke up like 3 a.m. to get to LA, wait in line. And while I was auditioning, I ended up getting injured. But I made it to the Vegas round, which was really sick. Like got recorded, did the little Vegas ticket, like exciting moment. But through my injury, like I had to sign so much waivers and paperwork to allow me to go like legally. Yeah. Or like for insurance purposes. And my doctor wouldn't let me. So the show was like, you can't go. And
what if you would have won and you like never know?
I think about that because I was such an underdog, and at the time, like before they changed the show, they loved underdogs, and like I didn't really have a studio background at all, and so it's kind of a sad thing to look back on. Yeah, you never know. Whatever. You should go for it.
Everything happens for a reason.
That's true. So it kind of brought me to my work now, because at the time, like, you'd go to physical therapy, and I remember bawling because I was doing like a squat machine, and I looked across the way, and grandma, who was trying to walk, like, I'm sure she's doing great, but at the time I'm like, I'm not trying to walk. Like, I'm trying to dance. Like, this doesn't make sense in my brain. And there wasn't a lot of cross training or things that I could do. So I had to make it up as I went. Yeah. And that's kind of what brought me to what I do now.
Right.
Because at the time it wasn't popular.
Right. Yeah. So Taylor has done like cross training with the twins and I. You've like ran our solos before and cleaned it. Like, I feel like we've really primarily focused on cross training because like with dance, I feel like a lot of people don't realize how important that is. Like, you can't just dance. You need strength and you need stamina to be able to dance. So talk about like your business now and how it's grown so much, because I feel like when we started with you, we were just like doing it in a random studio. Like it was like nothing like really that intense. Like we would take like stories or whatever, but like, or like make videos. Oh my God. We would always make videos.
What videos are you thinking of?
We'd do like 60-second workouts.
Oh,
wouldn't we? We would make like challenges or like challenges with the Couch Sisters and like you post it.
Yeah, that was super fun.
Yeah. We should bring it back.
You guys are the best. Oh, really? Yeah. I'll take you up on that one. Write that down. Let's sign something now.
We have it on tape.
But like jumping back to my
like the beginning, how did it start?
Well, going from getting injured on the show and having to do my own like physical therapy and it being a really discouraging process, when I went back into like studio and teaching, I knew I could help dancers, like give them things. Hey,
can you please show her on the thing?
My baby's off camera making noises. So after getting injured and wanting to realizing how important it was for me and how lacking it was in like the physical therapy sense, we'll just go with the flow here with her. I started working with dancers that were coming up to me saying like, oh, this is hurting. What can I do? Or like, I'm having trouble with my jumps. And I started to help them figure out how to work with their weaknesses. Right. And from that point on, it kind of transformed into, well, before you get injured, let me start working with you to assess your like asymmetries and things that you're having trouble with. Like you said, like endurance, strength, like all those things are important from the get-go. Yeah. You don't want to wait till you get injured to work on them. It.
Yeah. Like preventing it from happening.
Exactly. So I remember that's some of the main things that we worked on when you guys were like coming in and just like hit the ground running with your training. Yeah. You guys were all about like, what more can I do? And you guys were super disciplined about implementing lots of different styles of training. And
we did like Bosu.
Yes, yeah.
And then you would like roll us out, remember?
Oh, you hated that.
It hurt.
You did not let me do that.
So bad. Like, I don't even think anyone understands. No, it was so painful.
Nobody really likes that.
No.
Yeah. But it's that cross training, the using weight that's not familiar with dance. I mean, now it's becoming more and more popular or accepted. But at the time when we got started and I was starting my business and my training styles, those things weren't really popular. Right. Using weights, using Bosus, unstable surfaces, things like that. Yeah. So, yeah.
So you're kind of just like taking elements of dance and things that are needed for dance, but not directly being like a dance like teacher.
Yeah, I mean, I did at one time like teach choreography, like contemporary and hip hop.
No, you did.
I did, yeah.
Because you would like show the twins and I your like combo songs, or you'd be like, "Should I use this song?"
Oh my gosh,
you taught at that one studio that we like worked at.
Oh, the ballet studio?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was like choreographing.
Yeah, and you did like the recitals.
YAGP and things like that. Yeah, that was fun. Another lifetime though. So it's really important, I guess. I usually talk to other athletes like that do sports. They have specialized coaches to help them with their running technique or with their swing technique. And so with dance, I feel like it's the same. You can't have a dancer go into the gym and expect to be doing like bicep curls. Right. That's one thing to like help your physique to go for a certain goal. But as a dancer, you're trying to do very specific things that the normal human is not. Like me and the grandma situation, like I wasn't trying to walk, I was trying to dance. And so how can I change, instead of grandma doing the squat to walk and Taylor doing it too, like what can I do as a dancer that would actually segue into my sport, my specialty? And that's what we were doing when we were training on the Bosu, like really specializing movements, not only to dance, but to you as an individual. Right. Because you were different than the twins.
Yeah, like we all did different things.
Right. And
We do
you don't
stations.
find that at the studios. Like a lot of times it's a group class is pretty traditional, but
Yeah.
even group classes can be specialized and the individual's seen to change things up specifically for you versus somebody else.
Right.
So some of my kind of philosophies, thank you, philosophies and methodologies that I've found to be really different than other people, and really some of my passions with working with young dancers is, and we talked about it too, is like the individuality of training.
Right.
And not only that, it's been really special to work with individuals and to show them like, no, you're actually capable, where
Yeah.
they're going into a lot of circumstances. Cause I mean, dance is really vulnerable. Like we don't wear a lot of clothes.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times, I mean, now people are wearing baggy stuff, but it's really common to not be wearing tons of clothes because
Yeah.
you show off your lines that way. And so you see what other people look like. You see
Yeah.
what you look like.
Yeah.
And social media now is just huge.
Yeah.
It's just what we all look at all the time.
Right.
So comparing to others is
Hard.
it's
And a big thing.
Yeah, it's huge. I know
Yeah.
you guys have a lot of confidence and are really inspiring in the way that you carry yourselves. But it's still a struggle.
Yeah.
It's still a struggle. And I've loved training with dancers to show them to be confident in their own individuality,
Yeah.
to be confident in who they are and how they dance and how they move instead of trying to fit into one form.
Yeah.
That their studio is, specialized in, like to
Right.
really find who they are as an individual and as a dancer. And I love it because my training follows that for them physically, but I also try to encourage them in that emotionally and mentally when it comes to like nutrition or just even their own personalities.
Right.
So if I could, say one bit of encouragement is to just know that you're worthy, you're capable, and like who you are as an individual is so special.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need that like person that can like, who's not like your dance teacher that you see every day at your dance studio, that like helps you with that and like gives you those things to work on or think about that like takes you really far.
It's true, baby girl. Yeah.
Okay, now moving on to like the business side of it. What were some challenges you faced like trying to literally launch your own thing? Like that's hard. Especially in California, I feel like. Because like
Yeah.
there's so many different things happening all the time.
I think what's really cool actually is it kind of just worked. I mean, things
Yeah.
just like fall into place.
Yeah.
I met my husband and kind of moved out of like
Cody.
Temecula. Cody, holla. I moved out of Temecula and I stopped driving to LA as much. It was just too challenging. So to stay in contact with my dancers, I offered to do, FaceTimes.
Zooms.
Well, yeah, Zoom wasn't a thing at the time. And so I would FaceTime these people, but it wasn't really popular because that was kind of like second best. Like I'd prefer to meet with you in person.
Yeah.
So it didn't really work out too great. So I had to travel quite a lot to LA and Temecula and try to like stay in touch, but also make new connections in Orange County once I moved there.
Yeah.
And that was really challenging. So COVID was really helpful because virtuals just became the norm, like
Yeah.
for school, for everything.
Yeah.
And I was able to reconnect with people who were like, wait, this is actually really great.
Right.
And I was able to not only have in-person stuff like after COVID, but also have virtual things and was able to work and connect with a lot more dancers.
Yeah.
So that kind of like kicked things off for my business, being able to reach more people, which
Right.
was really awesome.
She would run with us in the morning, then
Yeah.
Zoom everyone at night.
I know, exactly. You guys were like my safe space, right? You like huddle in with those people that you were closest to stay sane during COVID. Okay, so after the COVID like Zoom boom and business kind of like taking off, I started working more on branding and, making things more formalized to try
Right.
to reach more people consistently. And I have an assistant and
You do?
I do. Her name is Ivy. She's awesome.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. She's on the back end, you don't
Yeah.
really see her face, incognito. But But recently, after getting pregnant, I started making digital classes because I had a lot of dancers want to meet with me before competitions virtually so I can help them stretch, warm up, get their balance on. Because some people go to competitions by themselves and they don't have their teacher. Right. Or the teachers don't help them warm up their solo. You know, it's different per studio. So I didn't have enough time to meet with everybody on Saturday mornings to warm them up for their competitions at like different time zones. So they'd ask for their own programs and I would write, you know, PDF programs for people to take with them. And then when I was leaving for maternity leave, you know, summer comes around and everyone was asking for like monthly programs that they could do and I wrote a couple, but then I'm like, you know, this would be awesome if I could have digital classes that people could just pull up of these like really common popular stretches and exercises that I do with a lot of my dancers that work for a lot of people. Yeah. And that's where the digital classes came in. So I just created tailorfit.co, which is really exciting. And there's digital classes online for stretch, for core, for balance. Like
all of it.
Mm-hmm. So that's like just taking off and you can have a membership now so you can get access to all of it or just buy little bundles. And that's kind of like where things I'm hoping are heading. Because that's what people want. People want, you know, a teacher on the go that they can take anywhere or anytime, you know, like to work out before school if you're not disciplined or, you know, to help yourself warm up when you don't have a teacher. You can
I feel like COVID really changed things and like really made everything like people prefer seeing things on a computer and just doing it at home because it's so much more convenient than like driving to a studio, doing a workout, driving home. Like that's where like I feel like digital is really smart.
Yeah, and like for you guys, I mean, even you know, your schedule is just absolutely crazy. Like from when you finish school to when you get to the dance studio, sometimes you only have time to like get there.
That's literally what we like every day. Just have time to get there.
So thinking about like stopping at Pilates before, like there's just no time. Yeah. So being able to like pull something up on the go wherever you are is like super helpful. Yeah.
Okay, now we're going into, I do this every podcast. Okay. So it's like viewers' questions. Like what do the viewers want to know? Okay. They're like, okay. What is your most requested thing that you get from dancers?
Most requested thing that I get from dancers? I would probably say it has to do with like extensions. Everybody wants higher. Higher extensions. That's like the thing that's super hard all the time. Yeah. And people come to me just like it's their own issue that nobody else has. I really want to get my extensions higher.
Everyone's working on it.
Yeah, everybody's working on it. I mean, rightfully so. That's a lot of choreography and, you know, placement. So I would say that's the most common thing. Okay. Yeah.
Do you have one exercise that you think all dancers should be doing regularly?
I do. You ready for it?
Yeah.
I'm ready. Actually, my whole training kind of philosophy is that individuals need to be seen and like given specific exercises and worked with for their specific needs. Yeah. So I actually don't have one specific exercise, but rather...
I do know this because I feel like if the twins and I... Yeah. If anyone would have very similar exercises, it would be us three because we've literally had the same training since like the beginning. But you gave us all three very different things to always be working on.
That's actually a really good example because, I mean, your sisters, you're right. You do the exact same training, same teachers. Things
every single day. Right.
Yeah, you do things exactly together. So you'd expect you to need the exact same things. Nope. But you're even between the twins. Like, there's totally different things
and they dance
between
like
them.
Very similarly. A lot of people can't tell them apart when they dance, and you still gave them so many different
physically
things to
they're so different. So I really like that question because when teachers are like, everybody needs to be doing the splits and like you can't, I have a lot of dancers come in really frustrated, like I can't do this, and it's like, no, you can. You just haven't been given like individualized help to figure out why. Because what Susie Q's being given isn't what you need. Yeah. So anyways, going back to your question, the one exercise I would say for dancers to do is actually implementing recovery techniques. That's one thing that's super overlooked.
Like rolling out?
Yeah, exactly. Because you get home late. And I think your mom was saying sometimes you get home at like 9. I mean, you still need a dinner, like do schoolwork. Yeah. You're preparing to like go to college. Yeah. But recovery is so important. Rolling out, foam rolling with a tennis ball, whatever you have, because it affects your training the next day. Like if you're not fully recovered, you can't put as much effort into your training the next day. Right. actually Emily, who you
love Emily.
Yeah, she's the best.
She just came.
You got to watch that.
Yeah.
That podcast. I was watching it. She specifically would come to me one day and like, if I don't do my recovery techniques that like we talked about and did, like my teammates are looking at me like, Emily, how are you like okay today? How are you actually walking?
Yeah.
And it was the stretches and recovery techniques that we worked on. And that was really cool for me to hear of like, wow, if you actually put in the work and the discipline, you'll see results if you practice recovery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. How long does someone need to work with you before they start seeing results?
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, this is super cute, baby girl. Okay, this is really cool. On my Instagram, I have like before and after pictures.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely like scroll down and you'll see me in one of those.
We should find that. But those before and after pictures are almost always within my one session with somebody.
Wow.
Sometimes when I first meet people, and I think that is so cool. So you can see results.
Yeah.
In one session, which is usually an hour when I first meet somebody.
But consistency is key.
Yes, consistency is key. So it's really cool if you see results within the first session of me just giving you different cues and new cues and like building on your current training. Just imagine like how much more you'll see results as we continue to work together. Because it's all about being individualized. I'm going from a setting where a lot of dancers are working with one teacher and they've given them great resources, but having somebody else come in and be like, hey, this is more individual for you. Try changing it to this.
Right.
And that's kind of my specialty is like movement analysis for each individual.
Yeah. Okay. This is another like tradition.
Okay.
Pro and con of Kenz.
Oh boy. Wasn't prepared for this.
I know. Why does everyone freak out? Every single time everyone's like, oh God, like I don't know what to say.
A pro and con?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've missed you too. I don't want to give like a con. A pro immediate thought is you're just hilarious. Like I love the kind of like one-off things, whether you're like grumpy giving me attitude or like really sweet and kind, like I just love it all. So like you're hilarious. If people could like actually get to know you and like spend time with you where you're, you know, comfortable, you're absolutely hysterical.
Thanks.
So that's a pro.
Thanks.
Con, I guess it kind of goes the same thing.
Everyone's saying like my pro and cons like so go together.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta go back and watch all these, like what people have said. Okay. You've known me like for a long time.
Yeah.
I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
So when we would train and it's all three of us or all three of you guys, you would give me what for? Like you would really push back on.
I would.
No, I don't want to do this, or
This is very
and give
true.
me attitude,
especially with the running.
Oh no, yes, like we were for sure running. There was no question about it. But like the attitude I would get before we'd start,
like I don't know why, because it's like I had to do it regardless of if I like complained about it
And
for
you crushed
30 minutes before.
Yeah, you crushed it.
Well, the twins were better at it than me, but like it's fine. I feel like I'd be better at it than them now.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to like decide to do something on your own. I could like suggest stuff, but then you had to decide to actually like follow. That was kind of a con when we were training more regularly.
I definitely agree. Okay, do you want to talk about anything that you have like upcoming or like things that people should watch out for, like anything like that?
Well, I already mentioned once the TFit, taylorfit.co, my new website with my digital classes. Those are just really awesome. I'm really excited about those and have gotten some really great feedback. And that's just going to continue to grow as I shoot more content. So that's already launched. That was launched in the summer. And as we get into competition season, I think it's going to become even more valuable. And as people go on holiday breaks, you can have training opportunities at home without having to go to the studio.
Or on vacation.
On vacation, yeah. So there's that. And, I actually created a little discount. So if people come to me from your podcast.
No, you did not.
Yes, they can do a Kenz 20 discount, either like personal training, booking digital classes.
I feel so honored.
No, I'm honored. This has been so fun. I was telling your mom I was watching these like as I was hanging out with baby girl in the early morning hours, like watching your little podcast on YouTube.
She's so cute. Yeah. I don't think you understand.
So I'm a fan. So when
cute.
I was texted to like come on, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally will. So yeah,
I'm very honored to have you on. And you get merch. I wish I had baby merch.
Oh yeah,
I'll work on it.
Okay, yeah, get her a little onesie.
Okay. Also, you name like all of your socials and like where everyone can find you.
TaylorFit.co website. You can find me there via email. You can DM me on Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
Taylor_fit.
Taylor_fit.
2 underscores.
Really? Why?
I don't know. I think it just looked cooler that way, or it was like taken.
Oh yeah, taken.
Yeah. And then I think my TikTok is the same
As
That's
Instagram.
Just starting. Yeah, it's not the best. Working on it. I couldn't really record
progress.
tons of stuff with a big old
Child.
belly. Yeah, and now a child, like walking human. She's not walking yet, but I can't really record stuff yet. So TikTok is growing. Taylor_fit. And yeah, those are the best places to find me. Yeah.
Would you say website is number one?
Website just has everything. I mean, you can book my training, you can see my classes, see what I'm all about. But Instagram, you can DM me directly. So if you have any questions,
you guys got it?
More questions, you can DM me.
What color merch do you want?
What colors do I choose from?
Why?
Let's see it. I don't know. That's kind of fun.
Okay.
What do you think? I mean, I'm wearing green. Should I leave in green? Is it my color?
No, it's cute. I like it.
Not gray. Gray's always a safe bet.
You can take both.
No, I don't need both. I'd really give a hard time if I came home with both.
Give one to Cody.
Are you being serious?
Yeah, I'm being serious.
That's one way to not make a decision. I'll take it.
Great. Okay. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me.
And thank you so much for bringing your baby.
Yeah, she's so sweet.
Yay. Okay, everyone go onto her website and use code KENZ20 right now. Like, actually, she better text me and say, like, 50 people used it.
Oh, that'd be cool. You can DM me questions and, like, reference the podcast. That would be really fun to have conversations.
Literally, everyone go do it right now and send me a screenshot for proof.
Oh, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Thank you so much, everyone. Go check her out, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.